What it is, what's happening YouTube? It's your boy Srtfied, and I'm back with another banger for you guys. If you haven't already hit that sub button, go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. You know why? Because it don't cost me nothing. Don't cost you nothing. Just click that red button for me. And if this is your first time tuning in on this channel altogether, welcome to Srtfied Official. So I'm gonna dive straight into this thing. So ever since I got my tail lights tinted, I've been debating on what route I'm going to go on my third brake light. So there is an option, well, a couple of options actually. Srtfied does make a vinyl overlay that smokes this out. I know on Etsy that I saw, there's a couple of people that makes vinyl overlays with actual cutouts that have like the word Bronco in it, or they have like a mountain design. And for one, the design aspect, though that looks cool, I just don't really care for it, simply because when this lights up, the lens does not diffuse the light completely. As you just saw, you can see the individual bulbs, and it's just not as clean as it would be if the lens itself completely diffused the light to where it looks like a solid light. Then I can see doing the design aspect, because it will pop more. But another reason why I shied away from the overlay altogether is because when you really do a close-up, the surface of this lens isn't completely smooth. So I just didn't know how long a vinyl would hold up against this type of surface. Let me know in the comments if you went that route and how did it work out for you. But just that aspect shied me away from that. So that led me to another option, which is replacing this altogether with either the spare tire rings that a lot of people go with, or there's a Raptor third brake light replica conversion that you can do, which looks just like the Raptor's third brake light. And I didn't like that either, just because of how big it is. So doing some more research, I ran across a company that offers literally the exact same tail light but a full LED version, and that is Recon's third brake light. They do claim that it's 300% brighter on their website. I don't know how true that is, but we're actually going to see, because I am going to do a before and after towards the end of this video, and we'll see if it's truly 300% brighter. But I do like the fact that it's a direct replacement to this. It's completely LED, and the lens already comes pre-smoked. So I think it's going to complement these smoked taillights altogether. So let's get into it. So before we get started on this install, which is going to be really simple, I just wanted to do a quick unboxing on the product itself. They do provide you with a nice little sticker for you guys and ladies that love stickers. And then this is the part itself. As you see, it's a smoked lens, and you can kind of see the two LED strips that are inside there, and then all the connectors on the back side. Everything looks pretty OEM. So let's get this install going. And real quick, before we actually get started, I just wanted to do a quick side-by-side just so you guys can see exactly the difference. So first things first, we're going to take a 19mm socket and remove this spare tire. Now that the spare tire is removed, we're actually going to take a T25 hex key and remove the 6 bolts in here in order to gain access to the housing and the connector behind it. Once you remove the 6 hex screws, you should be able to separate the housing. However, doing so, I like to use a plastic trim removal tool, because this piece is plastic and you don't want to end up scratching or marring anything in the process. Once you separated the housing, you can actually gain access to the 2 screws behind here. There's one right here, and then there's one right over here that you have to remove. Those are T25 hex screws as well, and then the connector that's right here. So once you remove those 2 screws, you should be able to pull this right out. In order to remove the connector, there's a tab. As you pull it out straight out like this, there's a tab right in here up top that you have to press down. So you could use a fingernail or possibly a flathead screwdriver, or you can just press on the top edge of this and pull straight out. Installation of the new light is going to be in reverse of how you took out the old one. So you plug in the connector first, make sure it clicks, and then you slide it in into these grooves. There are some guide pins right here that you can slide in on the outside to make sure it's lined up, and then install your screws on the back side. So as you guys just saw, once I actually installed the screws, I ended up lining everything back up because this little piece on the outside has to be flush with the light itself. You line it up and then you just press it together. You hear the little small clicks or whatnot, and that's what keeps it together. So now you just have to reinstall the 6 hex screws, and we'll see what the final product looks like. So excuse me for all the sweat because it is extremely hot out here, but before we actually install the spare tire, we're actually going to see if this thing works, because the last thing we want to do is get everything installed and this does not work. I guess I should have done that before I even put the screws in, but let's see what this thing looks like. So I used the dumbbell to actually lean on the brake itself just so we can talk about it. And first impressions, I will say I really like how this looks. I love the dual roll LED element right here and the smoked lens effect. That being said, 300% brighter, that's what they claim on their website. I'm not sure about that. I will have to see at night. I will have to really compare it on video, night to night shots in comparison to the stock. But even in the daytime, just looking at it right now, it definitely seems, I would say, less bright than the factory one. So maybe the fact that the lens is smoked has something to do with it, but maybe they should update their description on the website to state that if you get the smoked lens version, that the 300% brightness is going to be diminished because that definitely does not look 300% brighter than OEM. But that being said, I have no complaints because I love how it ties everything together. The dual roll LED effect really gives it a nice touch, and it will make it stand out next to a factory Bronco that doesn't have this option. But the fact that it now complements everything, I like that aspect. All right, so before I give you a true before and after comparison, all that's left to do is reinstall the spare tire. All right, now that everything's put back together, I just want to give you guys a final shot of what it looks like now. And I really love the aspect on how everything ties together now, especially since I have my taillights tinted. Let me know in the comments of what you guys think and if this is something that you would do. But I really love the dual roll LED aspect that this light has in comparison to the OEM version. Even though these are LEDs as well, but you can see the individual LEDs inside here. This definitely is an added touch. So now I just gotta wait for the sun to settle to give you guys some night shots and to really see if these are 300% brighter, that like they claim on their website, than the OEM versions. Seeing how they lit up in the daytime and seeing how more dim they are in comparison to the OEM versions, I'm gonna say no, but you never know. The night shots may show different. After I give you guys that, we'll wrap this thing up and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So here's my final thoughts. And quick disclaimer, the video footage that you just saw has been completely raw and unaltered. I did not add any extra exposure or anything like that. I wanted to do a true side-by-side comparison between the OEM and Recon third brake light. And sad to say, and I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with me, that their claim of it being 300% brighter barely has been proven to be false. That being said, they do offer a clear lens version of this, and maybe that one is 300% brighter, but the smoked version, definitely not. So I really feel like Recon should update their product description, because technically that's false advertisement. I'm no legal professional. You let me know in the comments below, but that's false advertisement in my opinion. However, as far as how it fits, because sometimes with aftermarket parts, the fitment can be a little bit off. This fits like a glove, like it was made for it. Like it fits like OEM. So in that aspect, A+. How it looks with the dual roll LED aspect, A+. So if you're interested in something like that, simply for the aesthetic aspect, I definitely recommend it. If you're interested in this simply because of their claims of it being 300% brighter, buy at your own risk, all right? So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, but that's gonna wrap it up for today, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Srtfied_official. Also hashtag salute and certified drip on all your pictures and videos to show love and support to the channel. And until next time, YouTube, I hope y'all have a good day.